Okay. The first item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes for the public hearing is held on July 18th, 2022 at 4:30 p.m. Work session is held on July 19th, 2022 at 3:45 p.m. and the regular meeting is held on July 19th, 2022 at 5 p.m. Do I have a motion for the approval of the minutes?
Absolutely.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Okay, the first item for action is the approval of the senior garbage rate. I think this is by increase of 10% for citizens over the age of 65. So, and what that does is it requires a amendment to the ordinance. And in order to do that and approve this, we have to suspend the rules. Okay. So do I have a motion to suspend the rules?
Absolutely.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. So what
All in favor?
all in favor? So what this would do would increase the rate from $36 to $36.50.
No.
No.
They increased it from $8 to $8.50.
Okay,
That's commercial rate for 36.
Yeah,
okay.
this is just, the senior rate.
It's not listed on here.
The senior rate,
On this part, it's up to installments. Item one.
so the senior rate is at the
It's
top.
12.
The senior rate is right here.
And item one.
Yeah, item one is 12.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's it.
in the,
It's
It
not
says-
12 though, that's for,
12 is
an
additional
additional
cost.
cart fee. But $8.50 is the rate that it'll go to for seniors. Instead of that $8.
Monthly fee of $7.50 and then $8.50 is in parentheses. So
I'm sorry, it's a typo.
It's supposed to be $8.50.
It's supposed to be
just $8.50, right?
8. Yes, sir.
You mean, decrease in strong group?
Yeah.
I already figured out that. I'm back on the back page.
And just to clarify, Mayor, this was inadvertently left out when we did the other
we
increase.
did the rate.
Yeah. We're not singling out
No.
seniors. So.
No, you're not saying that. So. That should be $8. So. At this point, I guess we need a motion to, correct the typo from $7 to $8.50, from, $7 to $8. And also increase the rate by 50 cents. So the rate will become $8.50 per cart for senior 65 and over.
So it's already $8.
Right, that's what I'm saying, but on here, on the ordinance, it's typo.
So I'm gonna correct the typo. The ordinance is not like. I have the correct one in there
You have,
already.
okay, all right,
While I was typing this out, I made a typo with this 7 right here.
okay, so the only thing we need to do is, we need a motion to increase it to
The 8.
about 50 cents
Mhm.
for senior 65 and older, from $8 to $8.50 an hour.
Yeah.
And
Per car, I'm sorry.
it also says with an annual income below the poverty levels. Is that why?
So that includes both, is what that's.
Okay.
Mhm.
We said they may apply to the city for an exemption based on hardship. All right. So, do I have a motion to increase that cart fee from $8 to $8.50
Absolutely.
per cart? Okay, do I have a second? Okay, do we need a voice vote on this? Okay,
Okay.
all right, any discussion? There being none, all in favor?
Larry and we vote on it. Ball to us.
I think y'all all right, but they don't single y'all out. Okay, all right. So, motion carried, so, anything else we need to do, we do.
That's all. On the ordinance.
All right. The next item I have on the agenda is the approval of Mr. Mark Burgess and Mr. Paul England to the EDA Board of Directors for a 4-year term. Do I have a motion for the approval of Mark Burgess and Paul England to the Board of Directors for a 4-year term? Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, any discussion? Being none, all in favor? The next item I have on the agenda is the approval of Ms. Julie Vanderwater to the EDA Board of Directors for a 1-year term. Do I have a motion approving Ms. Vanderwater to a 1-year term on the EDA Board of Directors?
And so moved.
Okay, do I have a second? Okay, any discussion? Being none, all in favor? Okay. Okay, the next item on the agenda is approval of the incubator exterior door. And I have a quote of $9,599.84 from Brooks Glass and Window Company. Do I have a motion to approve the replacement of the exterior doors at the incubator? The $9,599.84.
And so moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
This is gonna take care of that problem. Hopefully. Tim. This is gonna take care of that problem. We're gonna have another issue.
It's gonna take care of those door problems.
Okay.
And the vendor, I just texted them, did say that it could be cheaper without a fireproof door there. If the fire chief approves it, since it's a sprinkler building. Right.
Okay, it'd be up to $9,599.84. Okay. Any more discussion?
Where's funding coming from?
Incubator fund.
All right, any more discussion? If not, all in favor? Okay. All right, on matters to be presented by the mayor and council. The first matter I'd like to present is the council to authorize the expenditure of funds for a special expert attorney from the firm of Bryce and Barnett to review franchise fee agreement and to answer questions concerning that agreement that will be proposed by our consultant, local government services. I think the rate is at $460 an hour. It is anticipated to take no more than 4 hours at the max to address this issue. The funding source would come from our franchise fees we've already collected. So do I have a motion to authorize the retention of the professional services of the firm of Bryce and Barnett and for purposes of reviewing our franchise fee agreement?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Okay. Any discussion?
Just for curiosity, where is this firm located?
It's located out in Minnesota. Okay, no further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. The next item I have is a request from Public Works for emergency hires of 2 individuals. Okay, one is Mr. Isaiah Brandon Biggs at position of a laborer at 10.26 an hour. And the other one is Ms. April Nicole Montgomery at position of a laborer for 10.26 per hour. And you need these hires because of the manpower shortage that you're facing right now at this point. Okay, so do I have a motion to approve the hire of Mr. Isaiah Brandon Biggs and Ms. April Nicole Montgomery at position of labor at Department of Public Works?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Hold on, which one?
I didn't second it.
You're fine.
Michael will give you. Okay, thank you.
With your signature.
Call for the vote. Call for the vote on that.
Oh, okay. All right. All in favor? Okay, the next item I have is a request from the police department. And that is for the hiring of Miss Lillian Grace Davis as a full-time patrolman at the uncertified rate of 15.18 an hour. Okay. So do I have a motion to approve the hire of Miss Lillian Grace Davis as patrolman with the city of Monroeville at the uncertified rate of 15.18 per hour?
I so moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Got a sheet on that. Okay, the next item I had was, we approved the contract with Sound Web Services, And I've gone back and checked and provide, the funding for it can be provided, ARP funds. And so I would like the council to authorize the use of up to $25,000 for the funding of that professional services contract. Do I have a motion? Utilize the ARP funds in another 25,000, up to 25,000 for professional services contract with Sam Lewis.
I so move.
Do I have a second?
I'll second, but with discussion.
Okay. I have a motion and properly second discussion.
So this is a renewal of the existing year into another year.
Now, what this is that we're in the process where our phone system has reached its span of life. And it's very difficult when we have issues to get Frontier to come in to work on it, and it's getting to the point of, you know, finding the necessary equipment and everything to keep it running. And what this does, it goes through to develop a request for proposal and procurement of a voice over internet protocol phone system. And what this will do is that all of the switching equipment and everything that we currently have that comes into question about repair, we will no longer need. It basically allows us to take our phones and where we go, we can plug into an internet jack. And it goes into a hosted service, in which whoever the provider comes back to be, they're responsible for all of the maintenance and everything on it. And we don't have to deal with that issue.
I just understand why we don't have Frontier or somebody else to give us proposal on what they do to do the same service.
So that's what this is. This is to send out the request for proposal.
We're gonna pay $25,000 for that request.
Well, it's not, that could be up to, what I told, I don't think it's gonna run so much. But, you know, that's why we put in the contract based on what Chipper says, $80 an hour. And normally you get people who, they look at $150 an hour for consulting service.
Right. Next, this is somebody else make proposal on their own without having to pay somebody $25,000 to do this. Say we don't need the service, but I'm not sure if this is correct. You think this is the correct and best way to do it? I think put it on you, but I don't know.
You think it's on?
Have we looked at anybody else that could do the same thing?
Well, we approved the contract. We did that last month. We approved the contract. So what I'm saying is that, you know, we have the opportunity to use our ARP funds for this. And so that we don't have to go into our general fund expenditures. And the way that the contract is written, he has to go back and he has to provide us for everything that he does, we contract and how many hours is involved in it. And that's how we go back and determine, you know, what we pay. So it's not automatic, we pay him that amount of money. And we have the option in that we can terminate the contract if we decide to 30 days. So, you know, we have a motion on the floor. Do we have a second?
Yeah.
We have a second. And we had discussion. At this point, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, the next item that I would like to present has to do with a proposal for lake repair. I have Michael that can address any questions concerning it, but it's with R&R to repair the damage that was done at the spillway by that. I guess what they say, once in a century flood, it seems like we have them more often. But anyway, the price was $49,750. I did check with Mr. Scott. This can be funded through ARP funds to address that issue. So do I have a motion to approve the lake repair conducted by R&R Construction for $49,750?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, do I have a second?
I'm thinking.
Okay, any discussion? Okay,
Is there anything else need to be done at this time while we in there?
They can go get what you do over there. But now, this
They gonna
here,
push the tree down while they do that?
I can see if they can, but,
I see the other one got pushed down on.
what my main concern is right now is securing the spillway.
Yeah.
And this is what this is gonna do, it's gonna secure the spillway. Now, what about that back up the hill where you come around the curve, has that been? No, sir, now that's not as critical as the spillway part down there.
So we still gotta pay for that in the curve too, or is that already been?
For you, which curve you talking
You
about?
know, where it washed out, when you come leave the community house,
Yeah.
go around.
Oh, yeah. When you go down like,
Yeah, right before you get to the spillway, right there in the curve.
well, now, actually, later on, we could put some rock in there if we want to, but that's not what the problem is up there where it comes off the spillway. It's eating out down at the bottom of the spillway, and it's also blowing that bank out.
But it was a problem up there, they had,
Well, but that's where the rock that comes from up there is all down there. That's where the rock went to downstream.
so we're gonna put more rock in the curve.
We'll put good rock this time.
We gonna,
We didn't engineer, didn't get the good rock last time.
we
got cheap rock.
Yeah.
we putting rock in there this time.
But I think what they're saying, we need to fix that curved area too while we're doing all this.
That's what we
Yeah.
Now, that would probably push it over $100,000.
So we're gonna just keep letting it wash out.
Well, if you talking about when you come down from Union House, up in the first curve where you turn to go to the pumping house.
Right, right.
Oh, now, let me back up. That drain back up the hill that we fixed to fix, that somehow or another got covered up years ago. Once we open that drain back up, that's gonna stop that water from going down the road and going off right there. That's what was causing that issue. That's still causing that issue, but once we get that drain open back up, then it's gonna stop the water from going down. So that'll eliminate that from washing out.
And
And we're-
we approved that in the last meeting, didn't we?
Yes,
Or that drain, I mean.
You know, it might-
We found a whole lot of issues. We found a lot of issues that we didn't create. We don't have no alternative but fix them. All right. It's been moved properly second. We have discussion. All in favor of retaining R&R at $49,750 for spillway repair?
Uh,
Okay.
take my recommendation.
Okay, it's been moved and properly second to go with R&R. And the funds come from ARP fund. I've already got that.
And bid is $49,000, we need to be a bid on that.
no, for him, as we do it in public works project.
Okay. All right. The, the last thing I was looking for, and I guess this is more or less guidance from the council on how they want me to proceed. And that is conducting the interviews for the assistant clerk. I know once before, when we did the clerk, we put together a committee. Is it the council's desire to put together a committee to do this, or you just further, let's not now proceed with the interviews, or how would y'all like to proceed? I'd like to have this done before the next council meeting. And look at interviewing, I don't know if you want to look at the top 3 or top 5.
Last time, the members of that committee, you had a council member and a employee and a
And city attorney.
city attorney.
I don't know if y'all want to go through and do a committee, or how would y'all like that?
Let us all be the committee. Could we do that? Or you don't want that?
No, I'm asking for y'all input.
And then we wouldn't have to be point finger.
I can't have all of y'all meet at the same time,
You can't have us all meeting at the same time. Why?
because it'll be a forum, and it's considered a
It'll be
meeting.
quiet.
It'll be a forum, it's considered a meeting.
So you just have to do it as a call meeting.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Do as a call.
I like the process we used when Tamika was hired, but that's my opinion.
I agree with that. See it work that time, don't need to change.
Do I have anyone from I will contact, the city attorney? Is there a council member that would like to serve on it? You probably even put 2 on.
Put Melvin on.
Yeah, I'm retired now, I got time.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. And then you'll be, you retired
So
too.
we got,
You retired too.
all right,
Melvin, yourself, and the attorney, 3 people.
I have, we include Ms. Hunt on,
Okay, that'd be 4 people.
okay, 4. Okay.
That's-
And I guess I end up going through insurance. I'll make 5. We'll get this done. We have a recommendation by next council.
That's 4.
I know, I said I chair it, that'll make 5.
Who are they?
Well, she said
1,
you.
2,
Oh,
3.
you- oh, did you put me in? I'm not on it.
Mhm.
It's Mitch.
Yeah, we put you
I
on.
thought it was Melvin.
Too
The
late.
attorney.
You and Dale both.
So it's total of 4, right, Mayor?
The city attorney.
1, oh, the city attorney makes 5.
No, it'll make.
No,
sense.
1, 2, 3, 4. And then 5.
I think Paul England was on that committee before. He was. I remember he was.
So you're not on, so you're not on, right?
Well, we put Paul in. So what?
Feldman needs to give input.
I don't know. if I remember everybody. But it was a lot of people.
No, it was about 3.
It was intimidating.
I think we contacted Paul prior to this. No, I'm trying to expedite this, really, this done.
So are we adding Paul England?
Yeah.
He's retired too.
We'll contact him tomorrow and see.
It'll be back.
And Thelma's your second, if you want.
We have Ms. McDaniel's on turn for the fall turn. All right, trying to see if there's anything else. I have a note about setting public hearing. Tim, do we need to set a public hearing?
Yes, sir. Resolution 2208. Reading reabatement for September 6th.
Okay, so I. Do I have a motion to set a public hearing for September 6th? Is that correct, Tim?
Yes, sir.
And if,
We didn't debris abatement.
we in debris abatement. Okay, so do I have a motion to set a public hearing for September 6th for we and, debris abatement at, what we usually said, 4:50
4:30. We usually set it at 4:30,
and 4:30?
unless you wanted it at 4:50.
Okay, we said at 4:30. It don't usually take that long. What do you guys know?
It doesn't.
10 minutes.
450.
Yeah, I think 4:50. Okay, so do I have a motion to set the public hearing?
So move.
Do I have a second? Second. All in favor? Okay.
Ken. Mary Louise Freya maintains the seat. So you're
Yes.
trying to have,
I have to go by what's on the tax chart.
oh, okay, I just have a sheet to see, Mary Louise maintains,
It goes to the land. That's just the name associated with the land.
okay.
And it's actually 10 properties instead of 9. It's like, there's, on number 5, there's 2 properties there. So.
Okay. All right, I think that's all I have. Councilman Bruce?
Yes, sir.
Do we need a motion for those 4 people that we're gonna add to the farm?
Okay. Councilman McDaniel has requested that we add Mr. Terry Johnson, Mr. Billy G, Ms. Mildred Mobley, Mr. Stefan Andrews to the Clausdale Park Committee. Do I have a motion to add these individuals to the Clausdale Park Committee?
I so move.
Do I have a second? All in favor? Councilman? Councilman Harris? Councilman Polk?
I'll bring up the.
Talk about the limit.
We discussed back and forth about opening up fishing. I'm still strongly in favor, although we're not gonna get into the enforcement necessarily of it. We've set a field limit for possibly 3 bass, 5 catfish, and 10 brim. Some number to help maybe extend the life of the fishing on. Also a age limit of over 65 and under.
12 and under with an adult and 65 and over. That's the original.
Now, not implementing that necessarily immediately, but if that's approved of the council, he can do signage and prepare for getting that direction. Now, if those numbers seem unrealistic, I think the fact of just letting people be able to go fishing again is go after, and maybe they will understand that if they kick the brim and 20 bass, then it's going to deplete. We're going to be back where we were within a year of nothing. So.
Do we need to put a size limit for the fish on there?
Only would need to be on the bass, and I'm not sure. Sometimes they say you don't keep the big ones, sometimes some of the folks say do the other one. I don't know if necessarily you got a 12-inch limit or something like that on them. It's a bit where to go.
I think in most instances, we'll not go and, I don't know, I'm gonna ask my, some expert opinion here, if he's black, most places we go from, there's 12-inch limit on there. Yeah.
That's already in the fish and game policies, probably.
Man, and that's fine.
No,
There's no minimum limit unless it's specified. So they can keep whatever size on that. They don't look at the state biologist to come do a survey on it. They can give you a better idea.
I know it ain't gonna be long, it's gonna be out of bounds, you know, what it is.
Right. Yeah, I mean, they can pretty well monitor it each year and tell you how many you need to take out, what time meeting, things like that, if you need to restock.
Does that sound realistic? to Start off with, what I said.
The state law allows 10 bass per person, 50 bluegill per person.
Yeah, I know.
Unlimited catfish, so
Yeah. But
that's not going, that bond can't sustain that.
No, that's what I'm doing.
So you want to go with them?
3 bass, 5 catfish, 10 brim.
Is that a motion?
That's now, I mean, just to pick a number, does that sound good or bad?
And, you know, if we can make them understand that the age limit, that's gonna help.
Okay,
We'll see the direction.
that's the motion.
Yes.
Okay. We have a motion by Councilman Fulton stating the size limit, age requirements, for fishing at the, Hawaii Lee Park Lake. Do I have a second? Okay, all in favor? All right.
When you. This will be for Michael getting this thing, and in all seriousness, we probably don't want to necessarily know it, publicize that date will. Kind of, you'll get around quick, when you get the signage up, we'll go there.
When you see the
See the signage, the signs down, it's, we can go.
You have a question?
Mayor, I had I apologize. I thought I was gonna have a little spot on the agenda, but I'll guess if y'all are fixing to end the meeting, I'll try to end it on a positive note instead of taking money. I have got some money on behalf of Alabama Power Foundation. Tim applied for one of our Good Roots grants. So I wanted to present this for the city of Monroeville, on behalf of Alabama Power Foundation. So we awarded, I think it was 36 this year. I may have that number wrong. Grants to municipalities to help with planting trees, beautification areas. And the city of Monroeville was one of 2 municipalities or cities in Monroe County that was selected this year. Excel was the other. So I wanted to present this check to the city, Alabama Power Foundation. Thanks.
Y'all want to come down and take a picture?
Y'all mind?
Do you mind?
We get all the mileage for you out of it. 3 lights for the next year.
3 lights for the next year. We do not have a motion on that.
It's like, hey, we're there.
Yeah.
Tim, thank you for applying. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'm not sure what that one was about.
Okay, Chief Black, yeah, okay. Mike? No. Ms. Sanders?
No, sir.
Okay. Lieutenant? Okay. Dan? All right, Ms. Brooke?
I just want to say thanks to everybody that helped at the Summer Blast Parade. We serviced 100 children in 30 minutes, which was a record. It was fun. We had a good time. Ken was out there for the first time. And I think he had a little fun too.
had a great time. Thank you.
So we appreciate your service with that. We also have the National Farmers Market Week that we will be celebrating next week with the Monroeville Market Farmers Day. So we'll have some specials with that as well.
Okay. Good enough?
Okay.
Okay. All right. There being no public business, but the city council of the city of Monroeville, we can entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn this meeting of Monroe City Council.
All in favor?
Hang on.
Y'all said y'all were gonna talk about
Okay.
the other part that we discussed in the executive session.
The what?
Y'all said y'all were gonna talk about, no, about the, what do y'all have to do though, in regards to, if there's numbers that we can stay after the session?
I think that was going to be No, go back.
Yeah, that's it.
That's my idea.
Yeah,
So you could, I've checked it. Check.
Hey, Candy, Candy, I gotta take care of my wife.
Oh, okay.
They had, I read all, so.
Yeah, open it up.
If I can read. Oh. All right, I paid, I paid $375. So I paid $375 plus $250.
Oh,
You said that, I mean, this is $375. What I think, the day I come here. That's the whole of my day. That's the day, so basically, well, then, all right, then I pay about then I pay 300 as well. I get security by the back. So all I've got hanging out is $500. All right, now, suppose that I come up here the week, I tell you, I don't want, I change my mind. Do what? No, I'm talking about it, it's me as an example.
Oh. Wait, I got it.
Because I've had questions, you know?
He always.
Yeah.
Okay.